Welcome to this first cast of my new event, wonderful event called Chaos Cup, featuring chaotic maps like Socotra, Waterloo, that kind of thing. We have Saymyname versus Dave here, so Saymyname should be familiar from the pro scene. He's participating in many of the big tourneys, and Dave is also a very solid 2K plus player. I haven't made the bracket link yet, I should do that, but it has spoilers, so maybe I shouldn't. 2 bans, 1 snipe, and then, well, 5 picks, but 1 snipe out of those. So, for three maps total, you have 4 civilizations at your disposal. As far as the maps go, we have game 1 Socotra between these two. There's a map draft as well, so you essentially pick 1 home map each and then discard maps until you have a starting map, in this case Socotra. Whereas as far as the home maps go, we have African Springs for Saymyname as the home map, and Dave has Water Nomad. So without further ado, let's go into the first game, into Capture Age here, and see what Socotra brings us. It's probably one of the most chaotic maps of all. You start with 6 sheep, I thought it was 5 actually, but then there's Hunt you could push in, and you'll see Saymyname immediately moving out because it's more or less meta on Socotra to try and scout the opponent's side and find the elephant, bring it back home with your scout, or a villager for that matter, to bring in some juicy extra food. Looks like Saymyname took some hits to the town center of Dave here, so that makes it all that much harder to lame the elephant. Is he going to send a villager forward? Maybe, maybe not. Nah, Dave brings in the elephant, so he's fine. It's not going to be lamed an elephant here. That's some nice early scouting anyway, though, from Saymyname. Just getting an idea of the woodlines here. Maybe planning to send a villager or something forward here. Elephant not hit by the TC here, so should be fine. And the Saymyname now sending a villager forward. The idea is to hit the Hunt here with the villager, because then they can't push it towards his town center. Of course, you could still gather the food, but you have to mill this or long distance hunt it, and that's much less efficient than pushing it underneath the PC, as you can see Dave doing here. He pushed in 2 already, and Dave doesn't seem to be the lamer style boy here, not yet anyway. Villager even has Loom, so Saymyname knows what's up here, doesn't want to risk losing the villager. Forward villager to Dave Hunt's scout. Yeah, they both have Loom, in fact. Not sure where Dave is up to here. Maybe he just wants to deal with the forward villager and prevent Saymyname from walling in his berries here, but that's certainly, it takes a, divides your attention in terms of multitasking as well, so you'll need to manage your economy at home, but also pay attention to what's going on otherwise on the map. So we have a good map reading of Dave Hunt there to keep the aggression away from his home base, though, not risk getting the berries walled in, as also could happen quite often on Socotra. Funny way to steal food as well. Now Dave is forward, and admittedly a weak villager here. Saymyname is on point, would actually be able to kill this villager if Saymyname spots it. Dave is busy pushing his own ostrich back home here, so it's not going to be able to bring in his own villager to defend, but Saymyname also commits to bringing in the Hunt from the side here, as Dave is going to collect a little bit of food from this phone before returning back home. Didn't speak so much about the civilizations here. Poles, they have regenerating villagers, so actually for in Dave Hunt's case, yes, it was weakened, but now it's back at 32 HP, and it's going to slowly regenerate back to 40, so that's an underrated bonus for the Poles. Not a huge deal, but still quite useful in the grand scheme of things. Whereas Portuguese for Saymyname, gold discount on any unit. I seem to have the wrong overlay here, so sorry about that. Let me fix that. So the stats are more visible. Now going for the long distance hunt on the remaining berries here. So naming basically meta on Socotra. They've gone actually forward with 3 villagers here. Maybe he was even considering milling the opponent's berries or something here, but certainly going to bring in some resources here. Risk losing 1 villager, but remember, Poles have regenerating villagers hit points as well, so it's might be able to catch up here slowly. Increasing those hit points. Yeah, this is what we're talking about for Chaos Cup here. Full Chaos, villager fighting, scouts running away. Seems like they doesn't matter and doesn't bother too much about the remaining ostrich over here. Dave seems to be the closest to the feudal age click here. He's also got the I like how he's pulling the weak villager away to increase the regeneration potential here. Quite heavy on the berries here. As the poles, you could seed farms as well, and benefit from the poles bonus in that way that you get 10% yield from the farms instantly as you place farms around your folwark. It has a sort of an influence area, so you could place 9 farms around the folwark, I think. No, is it 8 maybe? And get a food boost, quick food boost that way as you seed and complete the farms. Saymyname with the second double camp here, probably going for the archers because he's going with 3 on gold as well. Just about to complete the barracks, but Dave is going to be up first here. He's on stone, so he must be more in the idea. I was going to say men-at-arms towers, but for now it's only going to be the towers here. First tower going pretty close to the berries, but it's also going to provide some defense as you place your next tower to deny the berries, and you can move closer into Saymyname space here to deny further gold and the farming around the TC and whatnot. Meanwhile, Saymyname is going for the men-at-arms here actually. He's going to make 4 men-at-arms. That's actually a nice way to deal with the forward villagers, and then he could pull his own villagers to take out that 1 tower as well. But for now, Saymyname doesn't seem to worry too much, has food income around the starting town center, and there's that preemptive tower on the gold as well, while the militia are moving forward for some counter-aggression. I think that's a good move by Saymyname to make use of the military for a counterattack and then just have stationary defenses in the towers here. Saymyname is on stone as well, so ready to make more defenses as needed. Should Saymyname need to flee the forward gold here, there's gold in the back as well. It's actually a bit surprising that Saymyname didn't go for the gold in the back in the first place, but that's going to... that's accessible if you need to flee the forward goal at some point. Dave losing villagers here. He's lost 2 villagers now in this forward effort. Good thing he has regenerating villagers and he could heal up inside the towers as well. But the aggression is limited here. He's losing villagers to the men-at-arms as well. Good quick wall on the berries here from Dave. But the stone is quite exposed and Saymyname has that scouted, so would be able to pull the men-at-arms in here to deny the stone if he'd like to. Horse collar is in. I'd love to see that from Dave. No double with axe though, which hurts the economy, but Saymyname actually has neither, so I guess Dave has the eco upgrades advantage here. The villager count is surprisingly similar there as well, as Saymyname has a higher idle TC time. I think he might have needed to idle a little bit to afford the Man-at-Arms upgrade. Great quick wall attempts there by Dave, but not good enough to keep the villager from being taken out here. More farms going up for Dave here, boosting that food income. Could maybe thinking about skirmisher defense here, I guess. Oh, stupid list. Need to fix it. Just trying all the tricks to free up upload capacity here on the network. So it was a bit awkward. Dave more in defensive mode now, as Saymyname now has the Man-at-Arms to back his one forward villager here, which will deny these golds and stones, and there's archers to deny the stone income over here as well. So Dave is without stone access at this point. Now the Poles, they get a passive gold income from stone mining, so Dave has enough gold in the bank to manage the eventual Castle Age upgrade. But he's in full defensive now, defensive mode now, needs to pop up possibly a defensive tower on this woodland as well to keep Saymyname from idling too much of the economy. But it should be fairly easy to build a lumber camp further in the back here to keep it away from the archers' aggression actually. So Saymyname is committing to the feudal age. Dave seems to be aiming for the castle age here, I guess. And just now dropping the barracks actually. Looking at the food situation here, he might be thinking about some cavalry approach then to switch into knights, which would make sense if he's able to get there, to get to the castle age and pump out some knights to deal with the extended fuel and the archers of Saymyname here. Moving out with some villagers. Dave as well wants to batter down this tower to free up the stone and gold here, but will not be able to do so with Saymyname's clever walling in of the tower over here. Meanwhile, Saymyname is extending the farming economy at home, and 13 farms now. No eco upgrades still though, but still going to be able to bring in the food to eventually get to the castle age as well, while keeping up the aggression on the enemy base. Well, Dave's once again attempting to secure the stone here. I think if he gets this tower up, nice quick house by the way, he could mining and place a mining camp here outside of range of the tower, I think, and be able to collect stone again for gold and stone access. Castle Age is on the way for Dave, but what's that Castle Age gonna bring here? It has a fairly healthy or a decent farming economy going here. I guess these farms aren't working actually, but yeah, two stables going up. Saymyname also going to the castle age behind us with more villagers working. No eco upgrades whatsoever, but still in a good spot here given the counter aggression that Saymyname pulled off here. Putting away the weak builder there, tearing down the other offensive tower again. So freeing up the berries if need be, but more importantly the gold and stone, I'd say. Saymyname will be committing to crossbows for sure. It's got 11 archers out. So crossbow Bodkin probably gonna come in for Saymyname here. And yeah, committing more builders to gold here, possibly stone as well for more defensive towers if need be, or just an eventual castle, and maybe even organ guns will be seen here. The unique unit from the Portuguese. Is she part of the archers group? Of it's like a control group mistake. No, she's committing to back home now. Good. The knights are out from Dave. +1 defense is in as well. So they'll withstand at least the feudal age archers here, but crossbow Bodkin coming in. Dave doesn't really have enough food and gold to keep more than one stable running here, and he needs to keep produce villagers as well. There's the crossbow for Saymyname, and some of Saymyname has is able to get a castle up. He bought a little bit of stone to get this castle up defensively in a nice spot here. Once the castle is up, he could start producing organ guns as well, which is a pain to deal with for almost any civilization. Organ guns, I guess if you have enough cavalry, which in theory the Poles could do with unique technology, then you could use mass cavalry with full upgrades to chase down a group of organ guns, but you'll need massive numbers for that. And already Saymyname will I suppose he wants to make organ guns here, right? It's with 8 on gold, isn't a decent amount of wood as well. And extending the economy with the TC in the woodland and the gold in the back as well. Denying the gold yet again. Horrible hill here for Dave. He has gold and stone access up north here, so he still has some comeback potential here. But this 1 TC against 2 now. Saymyname is going to catch up fairly quickly here, I think, in terms of villagers and economy. And this also keeps idling the food income, so that it's harder to pump out those knights. Yep, smart. Smart move with the villagers taking down the towers for sure. Good timing on that for Saymyname. Five organ guns and counting for Saymyname is also adding a monastery to collect their relics. Relics should be significant on this map. And stone walls! Saymyname is making arena at home here, and it's a beautiful defense against the Knights raids actually. Because it's going to make it so much harder for Dave to use the mobility of knights to gain an advantage through raiding. Good job of Dave to collect the numbers of knights and get that +2 in as well. Well, we might be able to take a fight here, but Saymyname has the hill. He has the defensive castle as well. I think Dave needs to pull away here, but he seems to commit against some of the war wagons, organ guns, sorry, to yeah, diminish the numbers. Probably not the worst trade ever. Trade a couple of knights for a couple of organ guns, as you'll need critical mass for these bad boys to really work. That's gonna take you a while, Dave, unfortunately. Trying to break through the stone walls here with the knights groups. House walls and building foundations in the back here as well, and Saymyname in the relic hunting process. The backside, Dave extending the economy as well. All things considered, Dave is only 9 builders behind here, and he's been 1 TC against 2 for quite a little while now. Not sure what this Mangonel is doing. Attacking ground in the back here. Oh wait, is it actually to prevent repairs from behind? Maybe that's a smart move, maybe. No, it's targeting the walls. Okay, nice. But he hits the knight as well! No! Is that even? That's just barely taking any damage, this wall. Just a quick... Hopefully that could help a little bit as well. Not the castle for Saymyname. And organ guns numbers increasing in mass, becoming all that much more deadly. Crossbows still at large as well, and now monks to maybe get some conversions in as well. It's just looking tougher and tougher for Dave here, falling behind in the economy and struggling to match the army composition of the Portuguese here as well. Stonewalling also Gotra, indeed. Dave is able to get the castle up. Actually, Saymyname almost sniped that foundation with his own castle, but it was just too late to stop it. Military-wise, it's 23-5 though. That's numbers you never want to see in any case here. Eco upgrade still arguably lacking a bit for Saymyname, but keeps pressuring with the stronger armies. And about to break closer and closer into Dave's base here as well. These two castles, very difficult to deal with in the castle age. The castles, you'll need a lot of battering rams or petards maybe to deal with them, but the obvious answer would be to get to the Imperial Age and start producing trebuchets, and Saymyname is getting dangerously close to that Imperial Age transition. He's buying a little bit of food now with the excess gold he has. He's got 2 relics as well, so that boosts the gold income further, as well as the organ guns further denies Dave gold access over here. Dave doesn't have gold access at all now. I don't think he's... yeah, that's it. Dave is all off gold. So he's starting to keep up. Admittedly, Saymyname, the higher rated player here. So tough matchup for Dave, of course, but good efforts. Nice, so control game. We'll be going to Dave Hunt's home map next, which is Water Nomad. After a quick look at the stats here. Oh, we actually got the Slakta in the end. So he wanted to pump out more knights. But yeah, Saymyname all the way to the Imperial Age. I don't think that spamming Cast Age Knights from the bolts could get Dave back into it here. Very equal in the resource department here. Could be because Dave was better with the eco upgrades and has that Pole's folwark farming as well. Alright, now to some serious chaos here. Let's go to the Water Nomad game. But no treaty, mind you. No treaty Water Nomad. Malay versus Vikings. Both suitable civilizations for Water Nomad for sure. Vikings with their economy, instant wheelbarrow, but also cheaper docks, 15% cheaper docks, frees up some wood for other things in the early game. Let's have a look here. Water Nomad. proper chaos there. You need to place your town center, but you also start with 6 fishing ships and 7 villagers total. So you want to collect your fishing ships, start collecting fish, but also drop your dock as soon as possible so your fishing ships can drop off. So they're getting a little bit lucky here to find the Saymyname starting town center spot. And they're settling more further up north here. Actually, better TC spot for Dave areas. Safe gold access, maybe, apart from being hit by demo ships here. Considering you start with 13 villagers, 13 population total, you also need to get your houses up as soon as possible. And there's where Vikings get a little advantage with the wood savings from the dock. So, town centers up for Dave first. Yeah, they're completing pretty much at the same time here. But ooh, Saymyname forgot to build houses. So, off to a rough start here. They need to scramble up not just 2, but 3 houses. No, 2 houses. It's not enough, Saymyname. You need another one. And that's some serious idle time for Saymyname there. He's surely he doesn't have his water nomad start down entirely here. But there we go. We'll need another house as soon as possible as well. Might as well just build it. But so we'll still be able to recover. Yes, the Vikings economy after all. Going for the deep fish over here, so fishing ships effectively at work. Dave with the Malay. I mean, early feudal age matters a lot on water nomad. First the feudal age, first to fan the galleys gets a huge advantage because the galleys are what you use to deny resources, deny the fish, but more importantly deny gold income. And I'm not loving Saymayname's situation here. He didn't secure any gold with his starting TC. Probably just wanted the TC up as soon as possible, which is commendable and necessary on Nomad. But you really need safe gold as well, and powers might not necessarily cut it for you on Water Nomad, because there could be demolition ships diving into your economy as well. Looks like Saymyname made another fishing ship as well. Maybe to boost that food economy to get that further. Didn't really find a lot of water buffalo here, all things considered. So yeah, I'm liking Dave's position better here. He's going up with the Malay at 20 population here, and as we know, the Malay go up significantly faster as well, 66% faster. So Dave is going to get a serious head start to the galley production here. There's the feudal age. Should be galley production immediately for Dave, unless he's a little bit up here. Only 2 on gold, so he's going to need to task more to gold quite soon here to keep up. He's dropping a second dock as well. That's going to not only make the fish food income more consistent here, but it's also going to allow Dave to produce galleys out of 2 docks here, whereas Saymyname is barely even on the way to the feudal age here. Is yeah, well, he's halfway there, but he's still significantly behind Dave as well. So that is a concern for the red player. Going to call for some serious defense here to keep up with this. 2 docks though. Vikings economy going up at 21 pop might not be the worst thing ever either, given the efficiency of the Vikings eco, but it is going to be hard to keep up with the Malay already having 2 galleys out and starting to idle core resources like wood and gold here on this map. Gold very exposed for Saymyname. I think Dave might be able to see this one as well. I think, in fact, I think he's looking for the gold now, seeing the feudal age kicking in. This is going to be the first spot he checks out here. Nice. Great aggression from Dave here. Saymyname now with double dock production. Does he have more than he has? 3 docks, but only 2 of them producing for now. Forces Saymyname to Dave forces Saymyname to flee the gold here. So Saymyname needs to find gold elsewhere. As you can see, Saymyname is not on gold at all. Maybe not too accustomed to playing Water Nomad. This Saymyname player. But we'll see if you can recover somehow. You'll have to be patient, mass up your galleys, try some sneaky counterattacks maybe. But being late to the good late, you're already at a disadvantage. Seven builders to 3 here, and more consistent production for Dave, considering Saymyname has been off gold for a bit now. That's a good defensive tower on the gold, but that's not to stop Dave from diving in with a demolition ship, or demolition raft rather, and take out all of the gold miners. Oh, sorry. Not that many eco kills though for Dave. Only 1 economy unit killed, so I have to commend Saymyname on the defense in that regard. Back with the galleys at the gold. Gonna get another villager here from Dave. I think just like archers, I suppose the galleys could sit underneath the tower as well. So yet another reason that towers might not work as well as you'd like them to on Water Nomad. You just sit underneath, take out the tower, and you risk losing the villagers inside of it as well, because they can't really flee this situation. They convincing eco lead here now, 32 villagers to 26, or eco units rather. It includes fishing ships as well, but he has 6 more villagers and has a nice and undisturbed economy at home as well. Tower to go down, villagers attempting repairs actually. Probably because Saymyname doesn't have stone for additional towers. But galleys move away, but that's it. Saymyname, no access to gold. GG is called, and Dave actually pulling back here, getting the 1-1 against a player several hundred elo above, so nice to see the difference in maps and preparation working out here for the presumed underdogs. Yeah, nothing too particular in the uptimes here. We're going to decide a game 3 with Saymyname's home map coming up next. We'll have African Springs for that one, so let's just hop right into it. Chaos Cup African Springs, but it was also used in Battle of Africa 2, I believe. In any real case, let's just dive right into it and have a look. So a big circle here. It's going to be a lot of action in the middle. The players spawn fairly close. Might be looking at some elephant laming here, but there's only 1 elephant each. This is basically another iteration of the Kotra here, except there's ridiculous amounts of shorefish to be taken around the map. And yeah, some hunt near the edges as well. There's an abundance of food for these for sure, but you'll be fighting for the fish first and foremost, I'd say, because the shorefish is such a fast food income. We'll start with the camel as a scout, not an actual scout, so it's you can't use your scout to lame camels. No, lame elephants, sorry. Bit of a mind slip there. I guess the middle is... Nah, there's openings here. I was going to say it's kind of wallable, but actually not, because there's gaps between all the trees here. So, there's berries to be taken. I don't really see the berries being milled early on here because the fish is so much faster. Suppose you could use the camel to try and block elephant lures as well, but yeah, even if the fish is further away and more exposed, I'd be surprised if the players didn't commit to a mill on the fish first and then eventually the berries. But yeah, moving right out, right? Just gonna go for the springs in the back here. David the Byzantines, he has all the counter units at a discount. Cheaper spearmen, cheaper skirmishers, cheaper camels. So arguably best trash civilization in the game. I don't know why it's moving that far away, or if it's... Huh. But it's probably going to drop a mill on the shorefish somewhere around here. Whereas Saymyname is with the Hindustanis, their stable line units have bonus damage against buildings. So that's going to make quick walling slightly harder. They also have cheaper villagers, 5, 10, 15 and 20% respectively throughout the ages. So definitely a great booming civilization. Maybe more famous for that in team games though. So not too much aggression in the start here, probably because we have a camel as a scout over here. And just setting up that food collection for the feudal age. I'm seeing archers at strong here, I guess, because of the openness of the map. Scouts could still be quick walled out with some clever walling in these small woodlands here. These are longer lasting trees as well. These baobab trees have twice the wood as regular trees. Double mill per day here, whereas Saymyname sticks with 1 and with the food savings of 5% per villager is probably going to be fine with just 1 as well. And in fact, Saymyname is with fewer villagers on food, but still a better food situation in terms of going to the next stage. Is he going to go for... Looked like Drush Archers for a moment, or in Drush from Saymyname, but he cancelled the militia and decided to go for feudal age instead. Maybe just game sense, realizing the... actually, he hasn't seen the second mill, but seeing the huge emphasis on food for Dave, that Dave is going for a fast feudal age with the Byzantines here. And Saymyname now still queuing the militia. Maybe it was a misclick as well. Maybe he wanted to go for the men-at-arms into archers and then started queuing the militia before actually clicking the feudal age. 3 militia to become men-at-arms. Food income from the shorefish should make that easily sustainable. It should be easy to afford that upgrade. Only 1 lumber camp for now for Saymyname. I suppose this is going to become a men-at-arms upgrade with a an archer's follow-up. He's not going to stone yet, otherwise it could have been men-at-arms and towers as well. But either way, this woodland definitely exposed to ranged aggression. Bit risky to go ranged units like archers against Byzantines, but because of their cheap skirmishes and everything, but still will see what it brings. First, the Hindustanis player is going for the Men-at-Arms upgrade for a total of 4 Men-at-Arms here, going right for the food source over here. Might get lucky and spot the back woodland as well. Being active with the camel here, could use the camels to make quick walling a lot more awkward as well, and we're in on the core food economy here. Huge damage potential for Saymyname here now. Could also use the camel to block the return, the escape of the villager. Going to get at least 2 villagers here, I think. Let's see, dancing around with the camel there. Definitely, yeah, one more hit and the villager goes down. Maybe another one as well too. No, that's one. Actually, just one villager is a good defense from Dave as well to not go down to the 4 Men-at-Arms here. Archer's follow-up coming in, probably going to be hitting the woodland here next. Dave very much in defensive mode. Oh, beautiful blocking by the camels. Another very weak villager over here. Huge losses for the business player, unfortunately, and the range getting significantly delayed as well. I think this could be denied actually if the Men-at-Arms micro were even better, but it probably doesn't matter all that much. Saymyname wants to get the most of the Men-at-Arms instead and take out villagers, and that's it. So much damage done here, 2-3 villagers, but more so idling and obstructing, especially the food source of Dave, who went for a meal at the berries at home, but just not able to. Wait, he actually had a lot of villagers queued, so he had the food to go for a skirmish defense, but that 4 Men-at-Arms push seems strong here. So a quick game to conclude it was Saymayname's home map after all, and ends with a 2-1. Let's have a look at the stats before going into the next set. Yep, in the chat. Hello.